Okay. Hello. Hi, everybody. I had an experience this morning when I was meditating. Sometimes when I meditate, I get like a past life recap thing, whatever. But this time was different because this time I was a person that I was from a past life. And here's my experience what happened. I am Japanese. I am a Japanese young man. Very young. Like I was saying like I'm on teens or something. And I am wearing like this samurai attire and I have my samurai swords with me. I am sitting in a pond, inside the pond. My feet are inside the pond. And I'm sitting on the rocks. To my right, right in the middle, I see someone looking at some birds, and I see birds on them, and I see birds on me, and the birds' colors are pastel. He's in the middle of the pond, and he's interacting with this little like tree, and these birds that are there. He turns around, and I recognize him. It's Lord Nobunaga. And he turns to me, him with his weird hair samurai thing and beard. He's had a beard. I don't know why he shows up with a beard with me, like a weird looking mustache beard with like thing. And then, anyways, he's very big. He's very tall. Every time he shows up to me, because it's not the first time he showed up to me. He's very big. He's very tall. And he looks at me and he says, "You're looking for atonement." And apparently atonement is this thing that you do when you're gonna do Reiki, or you do with Reiki. Like you get atonement and then you can heal or heal others or whatever. But he goes and looks at me, Nobunaga looks at me and says, "You're looking for atonement. I know what you want. You want to heal. You want to be a healer. I need to give it to you." He sits next to me and he holds my hand and he says, very strongly, he says, "I'm sorry I tried to take away your religion from you." Because in history, he wasn't very fond of Buddhists. He hated Buddhists. Nobunaga didn't believe in God. And because this history is within me, while I'm also trying to open up these other things within myself, unlock this, what they call like your true self within yourself. That was there. He told me, "I will give you this atonement. You're looking for atonement, and I will give it to you." But like, I even wrote it down because I knew that I was kind of gonna forget about this. And I said, "I am sorry I almost destroyed your spirituality." And then I get a vision of a Buddhist monk, meaning that he knew that this is what I believed in and he almost destroyed it. And then he gives, and then he grabs my hand. "I will give you freedom," he says. See, he grabs my hand, "I will give you freedom." Then, oh, right. This is when he gets up and he has a blade. I have mine. He tells me, "Give me your blade." So I grab my blade from where it is and I present it to him. He then gives the blade that he has. He then unsheaths it and points me with it. He goes, from this day forward, you are no longer from our family. Your debt is completely paid off. You must now attune to the dead. He puts the sheet back on his sword. He gives me the new sword. I give him my old sword. When I take the new one and I unsheath it, it has no blade. There is nothing sharp. It is completely bare, completely nothing on it. From the information that I got, the feeling that I got, it was like, this is your way of starting over, like you've been freed. That's what I felt. But at the same time, I was hurting. I was heartbroken because I felt love for this leader. Like I had love for this person. I actually believed whatever his ideals were. And he freed me so that tied in from my past just got disconnected. I, technically speaking, healed that part. And he helped me heal it because he had to present himself and give me this, I guess. It's an atonement. I got an atonement. And I was told, I didn't read much of what the hell this is. I still trying to figure out what atonement, like, I think it speaks for itself, what an atonement is when you go through this process. So I guess I'll eventually explain more about it. But I'm going to explain it from my perspective, from what I'm feeling. Because again, I do not want to find, I'm trying not to Google anything. I'm trying not to get so many informations out there. I'm trying to channel the information for myself as much as possible. I want to be as clear for me anyways. So, okay, this is not done. Then after I am done having this conversation with him and I have my new blade, I am free. The gates open and I walk through it. When I walk through it, I keep walking and I see Kitsune. I see Kitsune and she's staring at me, but I can't see her face. She has no face. It's just a girl with hair, fox ears, but no face. Yeah, the ethereal is a very interesting place. So when I'm walking through this place, steps start to show up. Steps like in fire. Ooh, hold on a sec. So some steps start to show up, and at the top of the steps there are what look like, I forgot their names, man. The tiger, lion, dog, dragon thing that is on the top of the temples. They're holding a ball and their mouths are open. Well, the dragon dog things were there. And 2 pillars of fire showed up. And then as I continue to go up the steps, things start to get more light up and more light up and more light. And I'm starting to see more around my surroundings. When I get to, I can look at the top and I see a torii. One of those red towers, a torii. I at least know what that is. And there's a white door there, like it's just light coming out of the torii. And I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm going through there, I think. But then I keep going up the steps. The more steps I took, I started to see spirits walking with me. And the more steps I get up there, the more and more that the spirits starting to show up to the point that there were so many spirits, everything was light around me. There were a bunch of spirits and everything was light. Kitsune is still guiding me through the steps, going up the steps, and I'm going up. Once I hit the top, this other spirit entity, this weird pasty white looking dude with very long black hair, dressed in white, a black tall hat, weird looking black tall hat with a fan covering his face. He's smiling at me. I feel happiness coming out of him, and he's happy. And he's literally also helping me with this process, I guess. And then I see what's going on. I'm leading all these people that I also hurt from my past through this gate. So all these spirits, all this stuff from that generation, from whatever I did, are walking through the thing. So released, healing, and letting go. Congratulations. I did it. And it was magical, interesting, and exciting. Because magical, the word magic itself explains it. It's a very interesting situation. Like, sometimes it's so weird, you don't even know where to place this. Like, you don't even know what to do with this stuff, but it is what it is. And how does it correlate with everything else in my life? It explains a few things, actually. It explains where the invisible pain and frustration and anger and misunderstandings come from. Because if we come here and leave, then I think we need to start treating each other better because we're literally smearing each other. That's all we're doing, and we're not treating each other nice. And that's not okay, because whether or not you believe this, there's people being left behind, and you leave things behind. You leave memories to people. You leave, whether they were good or bad, you are always leaving something in someone. Always. So if you don't find yourself responsible, then do not complain about the irresponsibility of others. It ties in. We all are tied in on everything. From the past, future, present, whatever. We're tied in.